So we are welcome back to the continuation of the training. We are all welcome back from the holiday that we 1 day holiday, which is yesterday Sunday that we went to, and I believe that we have all reversed everything that we have done up to this stage that you are seeing on the screen, because I know that this is where we stop the other time. So today we will continue. We have talked about all the how will I call it, all the things we need to start building a website. With that one that you have learned since about a week ago or a week plus. If you use those things to build a website, the website will still go online. And those are the things I use to build this blog you are seeing on the screen, and say it has blog, and it is that same little things that we have learned to build this thing. And for you to know that and believe that the little knowledge you have acquired is enough for you to have a website, any kind of website you want to have online, any kind of website you want to have. That's why we will be building a blog site like this. We're building a blog site like this for now, so that you can go on and practice. The reason why I will not be doing too much of design in this training for us is that we want you to also train yourself from what you have learned and build yourself up more for the training. That is how we also were taught, and we continue to build ourselves up more from the little we have learned. So we are going to build this with free plugins. I when we are talking about plugins and things, we are talking about free and pro, everything free and pro. So we are still going to use free. But if you want to have a website, like you want to have some website that are very unique, there's no how. You need to purchase uh the pro version of so many things. You need to purchase the pro version of so many things, plugins, theme, like that. Like this kind of website you are seeing now, we use pro version to we use pro version of themes, plugin to build so many things, because there are some features like I show you when we are talking about Elementor. There are some features that you will not be able to unlock if we don't use the pro version. If you don't use the pro version, there are some features that you will not be able to unlock. You will not be able to unlock them. So try to see. This is what we are going to be building very soon. So this thing you are looking on the screen, as I said, is what we want to build. So I'll just explain all these things you are seeing, motivation, which I've talked about when we are talking about having categories where post will be. This thing is category, but we will not be designing our category now because we are using a free what is it called, we are using a free plugin for page builder. If it is pro version of page builder, we will be able to customize our category and we'll be able to customize our all other page. We'll be able to customize every page. But because of this training, I will do one thing. I will install the pro versions of the Elementor that I have so that we'll be able to understand fully how to design all this. You can see how our category looks so horrible here. I'll be designing it for us, but you can see the blog, you can see how it's looking good. So this is the sample of what we want to design. All these things also, they are category app creator. So we'll be talking about how we create all these pages and how we do them like this. So let's go into the training. And also talk about how we include this contact us from here. By the time they send message from here, it will show on our email that we use to integrate it. So let's go from here to the training. Now let me delete this one. Let me come to my dashboard. Okay, before you log into your dashboard, this is the first thing WordPress will think for security. Just type admin and admin, then sign in. It will now take you to the normal dashboard where you will type your username and password. Normal login details where you type your username and password. So now you can see this website. Let's check it from the front end. This is what we are building on it before. As practical. But I will have to do one thing. I will have to delete everything that are here because we don't need them. We don't need all these things. We want to start from the beginning. So let's go back to the dashboard. Now we know how we are going to come to this stage. After installing WordPress, coming to this stage, then we install theme, then plugins that we need to know. So we are going to be talking about the plugins we use, theme and plugins that we use. Website builder, which is WordPress, theme. Because of people that want to use free version to create their own website, free version of everything, I'll be using a new theme. I will not use the one we use in that place, because when we use that one, you need need to have at least 80% recommended that you need to have pro version of Elementor before you can actually build something like this. But because of this, I want to use free version. I will build it for them, but I won't be using this theme that I use, because this is Elementor theme on its own. Now, if to use Elementor themes, we must have pro version. So now this is my dashboard. Let me come do firstly and show you. We all know how to install plugin. We all know how to install themes. So let me show you the plugins that we use in this website. These are the plugins that we use. You can see we have 5 plugins. Sometimes your plugin may be 50 depending on what you are building. One, we have classic editor plugins. We have classic editor. So this classic editor is a WordPress page builder plugin. It's a WordPress on its own. It is the one that WordPress use to build pages. If you don't want to use page builder, but we still need it. If you are using page builder, you still need classic editor. Then we use a Elementor free. Then after that, we use Elementor header and footer plugin. After that, header, footer and blog. Elementor header, footer and blogs. Then we use essential add-on for Elementor. This feature image pool, we don't use it, we just install it. We use live mesh add-on for Elementor. You can see, sorry, the plugins are more than 5. We have 16 rather. 5 is updating. We use master add-on for Elementor. Then we use this post duplicator. I will not write it. This portfolio also, we don't use it. We don't need it in what we want to do. Other things we need is premium add-on. Premium add-on for Elementor. Then we need recent. We don't need this recent. We need recent post widget with thumbnails. Recent post widget, but we don't use it in this one, but you may need it. I will tell you, this one is just used to display recent posts, like sidebar. Under the sidebar, after people have read the post, you want them to be seeing the recent one you just posted. So this is what we use. But if you are using Elementor Pro, you don't need it. This sticky head effect for Elementor, we don't use it. Then we use unlimited element for Elementor. Unlimited element. So these are we use WP live, WP form live. It is used to build form. The form you are seeing here, that's what we used to build this form that you are seeing. So these are the plugins that we use. Leave others, we don't use those ones. Just leave others. These are the plugins that we want to use. Okay, now let me just write here Elementor Elementor Pro. You see all these plugins that I have talked about, they have Pro, but we use the free version. they have pro. All of them you are seeing have pro version. The pro version just have advanced features that the free does not have. So also this Elementor Pro. Now this is our dashboard. This is our dashboard, and the first thing now we have to do is I want to don't let me deactivate, because we all know how to install plugins, so I don't want to deactivate. So when you come to your dashboard, go and install all the plugins you want to use. Go and install all the plugins. Classic editor, we already installed it under this one when we are explaining the other time. Elementor is already there. Elementor header and footer block, I have it here. Essential add-on for Elementor, I have installed it. This template we don't use it there, but you can leave it. I will talk about it later. Just try to install it if you need it after the explanation. Template too, there's a way you install it. It always comes with Elementor add-on. When you install Elementor add-on, it will ask you to install template too. It's just a template. If you want to build a website, you don't want to start building from the beginning, you can copy the template and paste it, wow, and just begin to edit, test, 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 test. Like if you see a template that you like the image they use, like this one, this our website there, live changers.cf, livechangers.cf. So I want to show you something. All the image that was used here, this image that you are seeing at the background, it was copied from a particular template. We saw the template, we designed this ourselves. This is not how the template look like. We designed this by ourselves. Then we now copy the image from the template to build our website. So as we are talking, try to install the plugin in the next 2 minutes. Install it. All the plugins that you are seeing on the screen, just install them. So let me assume that you have installed everything, but if you still don't know how to install them, just go to your plugin, add new. But I assume we know how to install them. Go to your plugin, add new, and begin to search for all those plugins. You see them. Man, unlimited add-on for Elementor. The simple way to search for any Elementor plugins, just ask for Elementor. Elementor. It will display everything. You can see this is Elementor, essential add-on for Elementor. That because we are installing, that's why it's saying active. Then which one do we also have? Live mesh for Elementor. Begin to look for live mesh. This is live mesh. Install it. Master add-on. We still see master add-on. This is master add-on. This is unlimited element. Then which one again? I think that is all. That is all for now. Then search for WP form. Don't activate it yet, because if we activate one, we have to come back here. Search for WP form. This is it. Contact form by WP form. Install it. Let me tell us one thing on that plugin. Anything you want to install, make sure you look at the information below here, because you will see different numbers of plugins that are related to each other. Look for the one that compatible with the WordPress you are using. If they were not being tested with WordPress, you will see this plugin has not been tested with the version of WordPress you are using. I'm trying to look for one untested plugin. It will give you a message that look, will be installed it, you are on your own, because we have not tested with a version of WordPress to know maybe it can work for you or not. So if that plugin is showing error later, you will know that it is your fault. Okay, I did not see it. Yes, this is one. And see this one untested with your version of WordPress. So WordPress, we still have to test it to know if it will be compatible with the version of WordPress you are using or not. If it will be compatible, go on. If you like it, to install it. And if it is not compatible, please look for one that is compatible. If you are a developer, someone that know how to manage cPanel very well, that have understand everything about cPanel, errors, correction, like that, I can easily think what to do when a website is down because of installation of plugins. You can try it to install it. And another thing is that installing those plugins sometimes, you can see this is another one also. Installing those plugins also sometimes, before you install it on your normal site, you may firstly create a subdomain, test the plugin inside that subdomain account and see what you need doing before coming back to install it in your normal account. So after installing all, come back to installation here at the sidebar. Come back to installation. You see at the top inactive. These are the ones that are yet to be activated. Click on it and click on this box. You should click on everything and come to the top and click on activate. So everything will be activated. Now some plugins may bring this for you. What they need to do is to integrate that plugin to your site. Just continue by activating it. So the plugin has been activated. So the settings they will bring for you is different. Just try to navigate through them and do the settings they ask you to do. It's just a word, English. And if you don't know how to activate, go to YouTube and look for the name of that plugin and ask for how to set the plugin in WordPress. Because if I'm to start explaining, we may not end this training because we start talking about a lot of things. I will still talk about that later at the end of this training, but let me just ship it in here for those that still want to learn more about WordPress, about building of website, and how to get pro plugins for free. How you can get it for free, because if you want to get it also you must be careful of virus. So where you can get them for free without having virus, we teach you those one. So very soon after this training, uh the form for the master class will be out, and that master class we will tell you the price that form, so you will see that, because it goes a long way than this. But with this you have learned, I can assure you, you can build a website for a client if you can be able to use it. This is a skills that you can use. In fact, blog that you want to build, people use 50,000, 80,000, 100,000 to build it. So for this you have known is enough for you to start. But if you now think you want to learn more, you want to be using the pro plugin, because all these pro plugins and pro things, they have advantage. They make your site to be more beautified than the free version. So the master class form will be out. It will tell us the price for the master class and the period it will take. So you will see the form for that one under our website that will be showing. But let's continue. I'm saying this because of where we are. Because of where we are, they will be able to talk about a lot of things. Now you can see that here it has premium version. It tell you why upgrade to premium version. The reason why you need to upgrade your premium version, here they will give you post blog, Twitter grid, YouTube. These are the things that are under the premium version of this plugin. So what you need to do here is just come to the elements and make sure that all the elements, read the question, deactivate the heading element. No, don't deactivate. Deactivate the carousel element, don't deactivate. Make sure that under this home plugin everything is not deactivated, because if you activate all these things like this, it will deactivate everything that is saying here, and you will not be able to use the plugin. Save. After saving, come back to your dashboard. Now I have tell you how to take away all these things that always show in your dashboard, because you don't need them. They are not useful for now. They are not useful. So let's begin to check if our plugins are complete. There are some plugins that are not here. Come back to install. Inactive. You need to reactivate some. They are not activated. Now activate. It's because of the settings we did to that plugin. That's why some are not activated. Okay. I think all the plugins are not activated. Now you are just one step away. Complete master add-on for Elementor. Activate now. Activate this one also. Allow. It will also take you to this page. Under this one, come to add-ons. Make sure that all these add-ons are ticked. Make sure that they are ticked, except the one that they are pro. Once they are ticked, click on save changes. After you have saved changes, same thing to unlimited elements for Elementor. Unlimited element for Elementor, allow activating. So under this unlimited element, we have to do some settings. You will see where it brings us, where it shows to us. But if you don't see this thing, just come to under unlimited element. I told us that any plugin you install, you will begin to see them under this sidebar. Come to that plugin and click on the widget. It will show these things to you. So once it shows this thing, you begin to click on them one after the other. after the other. And look for the one you want. Team member, this one you don't need them under blog. You don't need this under blog. Content box, let's begin to check which one do we need. Content box, we can still use this in case you want to create a feature image, a feature post that they are like trending posts. You want to create them, you can use content box to create those feature posts, to create them. Then install, you install. So anyone you want to use here, you install. But presently I've installed the one I need, which is the content box. Come to post widget. You can see all the fine design here, they were under pro, they are not free. That's why pro version is very much okay. But this one that is free, post list, install it. Post style, you don't need that. Which one again? That's the only one we need here. If it is a website that has multi-author, you can click on author list. But this one is also pro. If you are using pro, you can use that. So that is that. Under Instagram widget, you can search for the one you want. Maybe you want to post on Instagram, you want it to be posted directly to your website. So you can, those one are things that are under our master class training. So other things, you check anything you want, but based on this training, based on what website we want to create, I have downloaded the one we need. I've downloaded the one we just need now. That is the post, something that I just downloaded. Now after that you have done all the settings, just come straight to your dashboard. You see we have another thing here, which is the plugin we installed, WP4. Go and untick it. This one also, I don't need it here. If you like them, you can leave them depending on your choice. Let me come to my pages. Okay, let's go back to the website we want to build. How many pages are there? We have blog and portfolio. Those are the two pages that are here. Blog and portfolio. Though this motivation also look like pages, but it's not page. It is category, as I said the other time. So come here, come and create portfolio, then create blog. These are the two pages you need to create. Now come to post and click on category. Under category, let me delete all this. We have motivation, we have training. Under training, we have sub category, which is app creation, graphic design, website design. So you come here, you click, you type motivation, add new category, you type training. As we have said before, you do all these things. We have app creation, then parent is training, add app creation. After that, graphic design and web design. You add web design, you add. So they are under it. After you have done that, this one is set. Our pages are set and our categories also are set. Now come to appearance, come to theme. Let's go and install our theme. So now presently on the website I show you, this is the theme I'm using, a low elementor theme. But if you are to use this theme, using it with free fashion will not be okay. Your website will not be looking good in some aspect, in the aspect of blog. When you come to blog single post that I sell with design with page builder the other time, when you come to that, you won't be able to use Elementor free to design it. So there are some themes that they already have a design blog single post that are still manageable, and those themes are okay, which are Astra theme and Ocean WP. You see, Astra and Ocean WP, let me add new. Astra and Ocean WP theme are very good theme to use. Ocean WP. If you are looking for free themes to use to build your website, it's either you use Astra theme or Ocean WP. But if you want to use Elementor Pro to build your website, please go and download the Hello Elementor. So that one will give you enough chance to build up your website from the beginning to the end. Astra or Ocean WP. So those are the two things that are free and they don't consume. You see, all these things you are looking at, they consume space. Everything you are installing, those are the things you need to consider. They consume space. If you purchase an hosting plan that don't have enough of space and you are just installing a bundles that will take a lot of space on your website, you are just on your own, because it will consume a lot of space. So let's install this Astra. Let's install the Astra. So when you install the Astra, there are some plugins that you install that will ask you to do some settings. There are some that will ask you to install some plugins. Just follow the instruction of that plugin to install those things. So after you have install and activate it, come back to your dashboard. Now I'm going to give this a particular plugin for free, but I won't post it here. People that need it, we have to contact the admin, message the admin of the training. They will send you the link to download the plugin. What does this plugin meant for? We see that in some newspaper like Punch, there are some news that they are foreign news that will be posted on their website. See, they don't go there to copy those news. In fact, some of them don't have representative there. Their website is their representative. There's one thing we call RSS feed. I'm saying this because of those that are into blogging. RSS feed. You see, this RSS feed, what it does is that it helps to generate information from other websites to your website. Every website, especially every blog site, they have their RSS feed. Each page of each website has their RSS feed. So when you get the RSS feed of a website in outside the country, you can generate all the posts from the one that are on that website, if you want them, up to the present stage in your own website. Though some websites restrict their RSS feed that you won't be able to see it, but once you can be able to find it and get it, you integrate it into an RSS feed plugin. So we have a lot of RSS feed plugins, but the one that I use, that I discovered is okay and good, is one I'm talking about. And that one, hardly will you see it under plugin here. That's why I don't include the name here. Hardly will you see it under plugin here. Automatic WP. Hardly will you see it under plugin. You can see it's not showing anything. So hardly will you see it under plugin. Yeah, you can see when I search for automatic, it's showing me WP RSS. This one is also RSS feed. This is also RSS feed. But if you don't use that one that I'm talking about, you can come here and search for RSS feed. So RSS feed, you will see different plugins on RSS feed. So if you're a blogger and you want to be copying posts from other websites, copy it to your website, edit the information, change some things there. How will it be easy? Will you need to firstly go and copy it to Word and begin to edit? No. RSS feed has made the work easier for you. What it does is that it helps you to generate the post. It will take you to your desired location. If it is pending for you to re-edit, if it is publishing like that, it will take you to what you want it to be. Then you go there and edit it and repost it. So I'll be using that so that we'll be generating a lot of posts, because there's no how we can build this website like this without having posts. RSS feed is used to generate this one from Guardians. You can see there's Guardians Nigeria there, because that is the newspaper I'm using their RSS feed. This one also is from Guardians, but this one is just a normal typing to do some little practical for us. Now, what is the name of that plugin? Is the automatic plugin, automatic WP. You may not find it online, but I will give this as a promo. But those that will be coming to the master class, sincerely, you'll be enjoying a lot of things, because we will show you how you are going to download pro versions of plugins, pro versions of themes, and how to build some different websites. You are a bookseller and you want to have an ebook website. We will train you how to create a website on your own, sell the book on your own, and make your money. You want to create a portal that will link both employee and employer together. We will teach you the right plugin, right theme, right information, the right everything you need to use to build that kind of website, and where to download all the pro version. In the master class, we will not be using the free version, and it's not for beginners at all. It is for people that have understand little about WordPress, like you. The one you have understand is for them. So come here and upload it. After you have downloaded it, when the link has been sent to you, go to where the plugin is on your website. Go to where the plugin is, then look for the plugin. Sorry, I'm trying to search for where I saw it. Okay, this is it. Now upload it. The plugin is uploading. Okay, now if it is upload, activate the plugin. So the owner of that plugin is weplay.com. So when you go there, you will have to purchase from them, but we will tell you where to get it for free. Now let's come to our post first. How many posts do we have here? Let's check. How many posts do we have? We have 3. Let me move them to trash. Trash is like deleting your posts, temporary delete. If you want to delete them permanent, come to trash, then empty trash, you will delete. If you want to restore, come to trash and restore. Now after having this RSS feed plugin, which is automatic, this is it. Come to settings and do few settings here. What are the settings you need to do? If you want to be generating video from YouTube, this is where you will send it. You get your video YouTube API key, get the API key and insert it there. You will get video directly to your website. If it is from Facebook, get your Facebook cookie. If you don't know, come to masterclass. We will learn about how to get all those, how to get your YouTube and Facebook something. Those are the things you need to do here. If you want to be selling Amazon product on your website, you want it to be posted from Amazon directly to your website. You don't need to go and be copying the link from Amazon. You type your key, Amazon key here. Now after doing that, come to all campaign. Okay, you know the campaign is empty. Now go to the website you want to generate its feed. Search for the website. Let me search for like I want to generate feed on health information. Let me go to something like Guardian's news. Also come to that news. I think Guardians does not have health. Let's check. Look for where there is health, where they were talking about health, where they were talking about health. Just for this training, you can go and be searching for it, but let me just pick one. Let me pick business news, or which one should we pick? Okay, this is health. Let's pick health. So this health is a category. I told us when I chose something like Punch or Channel the other time, these things we are saying they are category. It's only this home page that is the same thing. That is only a page, because they are news websites, so they don't need different pages. They don't need you to know a lot of information. All what they want you to know is read news, get be a current citizen of the country. So that's why they are having different what is it called, different categories here. Category is where posts were being stored. Posts were stored under category. That is the major work. Posts were stored under category. That is work of category. So pages is this. Home is a page. Home is not a category. So the more you are learning it, the more you will know about it. This end size is a category also, but you just design it separately. Now these are the information on health. Now we want to generate all this information to our website. How do we do that? After coming to that category or that post, right click and click on view page source. View page source. After view page source, click on Ctrl F as search for RSS. So when you search for RSS, come down and look for RSS, or you click on this arrow to be searching for where the RSS is. You will see that it's showing, marking the place with red and black, that this is RSS. Now look for where something like this is. You can see something like this. It's a https://guardians.ng category. You can see /features/health/feed. So this field is for only health information under Guardians. You can cross check if the RSS field is correct. Come here and look for RSS field checking. Look for RSS field checking and click on this W3C RSS validator service. Now paste the RSS and check. Sorry, an error occurred while trying to check. We check. You can see, congratulations, what caused the other time is the double column that I include. This is a valid RSS feed. Now copy the field and come back to your campaign, new campaign, add new campaign, add new campaign. Then it's loading. Allow this campaign option to load. Once the campaign option finish loading, so that is where we are going to paste our RSS feed. Now come to another campaign type and pick feed. If it is YouTube, you will have set the YouTube information under the settings. If it is clickbank, anyone, but for fields, click on this and paste the field. Just paste one. Forget about this post from that one field link per line. Forget it. So many times it doesn't rotate as it is in this option. It doesn't rotate. So forget about that. Paste only one. Then come here, auto detect, leave it. Auto detect full content, leave it. Now come here and do the settings you want. Do you want a post that will not have image? You can leave this one. But if you want the field not to generate posts that don't have image, click this. Posts that don't have content, click it. Now if you want to exclude post from a particular date, maybe like, because if you just post it like this, it will go and generate posts maybe from last year, from this year, but you have to command him, come to exclude item. From which date? Okay, I don't want post. Today is 8th, and I don't want post which is from on the 7th. So you have to command him that, okay, exclude item if it is older than 7th of March. So don't bring them. So post from on the 6th of March will not be posted on your website, but because of this training we don't want to use this. Now come here, post title template, original title, post text template, delete this ad. If you include it, we also generate ad from that website. If the post is generating is this, if this is the post, and under this post that is loading, the post have adverts, like here is advertisement, it have advertisement. If you generate everything to your website, you have to be doing a lot of work. That's why you have to delete those ones. And also this source link, if the post has link at the end, it will generate. So you only leave matching content. Now come here, what are you generating? Post. Now post author, leave it to you. Now what do you want it to do? Post publish directly to online, pending, or what? So if I type that when you post when you post your information, your site take it directly to Facebook. There's a way we do that also. We take it directly to Facebook without you publishing it. Every time you see Punch posting news to Facebook, you see Guardians, you see Channel, they were not the one reposting. Once they publish it on their website, there's a plugin that pick it to Facebook directly without them reposting it. If I type like that, that is how you create your website. I will advise you click it on pending. So by the time it's penned on your website, then you go and edit whatever you want to edit before sending. Because if you send it like that, before you know, it has gone online before you edit. And if I type that I want to leave it on pending, you must be someone that is always 24 hours on that website, because this field will continue to rotate based on the time you give him. Now publish, just for this training. Now set the first image in the post as this, leave that one. Under post, which category do you want it to be? The post that is coming, which other category? If we have it, click on it. Any other category you want it to be. Now there's a particular settings. Now under this, skip, under post filter, skip post if shorter than a specific length. If you have a particular characters of words that you want the post to be, if it is 100, 200, let it be specified here. Let it be specified here, so that the post will not generate something that will be lower than that. If it is not up to that, it will not be generated. So click on that, then come back up. You can try to navigate through all those other settings. Come back up and search. Try to add a new post every how many minutes? Every 5 minutes. 5 hour 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes it will be generating a new post every 5 minutes, then publish. You can see that under our post we have nothing. We have nothing. You can see our post is empty. We have nothing here under our post. After let it finish loading. Now it has finished loading. Now what you need to do is run campaign. So you need to run the campaign so that you'll be sure that the campaign is working. You can see weight, light clothes, drink plenty water to stay hydrated during hot weather, pictures, the guardian's news. Let's come back here and see something here. You can see that this is the post that we see under health. In you can see wear light clothes, drink plenty water, something like that. It's the same first post is generated for us. You can run it again before that 5 minutes. If it sees another post, it will generate it. You can see it's because we don't give it a date, specific date. That is why it will generate a lot of posts for us. If we give it a specific date, that post should be only the post of on the 8th. If it is 3 posts that it sees, it will not generate anything until a new post is being posted on that website, on that same health field. So if you come here and refresh, you can see we now have 2 posts. So that is how to generate a post. You can see, so I want to generate like 4 or 5. So that's how the post will continue generating. If we come back after 5 minutes, we will see new post. If it detects new post, we see it here. So that is that by the way. So you have learned about how to use fields to generate posts from any other website, from any other company. Just get the field of that particular category or that particular page you want to generate information from. That page you want to generate information from, and copy it to your website and leave it. You don't need to be going there and be checking. You just be coming back to your website and be checking your post. If it is under padding, check everything that you are under padding and try to edit what you want to edit. Now let's move on. After installing everything, we have posts on our posts. We have posts. We have pages. What do we do next is that let's create our, what is it called, our header. This is our header because this is the only thing we are seeing on all our pages. Headers is where menu is. Everything that comes before the content is our headers. Everything that comes after the content, that comes after the content is our footer. So let's create our header. Let's check how does our website look. Firstly, so you can see this is the post look like. You can see this one is still looking more okay. It's looking more okay. If people read posts like this, it's still looking more okay. It is an internal post page design. That's why I said you can use this. But if you want to use the Elementor plugin, you'll not be able to design it like this. Let me show you the Elementor plugin. Let me show you the design. of that one because I'm using free version. I'm using free version so that you will understand. You will understand this change. You can see now the way it is full. I will not be able to do the settings unless I use the pro version to do some settings. That is the difference I want to show you. When people are reading your post, you can see you can design your page, you can design your header with the free version, but you'll not be able to design your post. Your single post page where people will read that post, you'll not be able to design it with free version. But with other plugins like Astra, it will give you an internal design already that you can use. You can see it. So now, this is our website. Let's start from designing our header. Come back to Elementor and click on settings. Anything that is not ticked here, tick them and click on save. So after installing all those plugins, come to appearance and click on header footer. Let me trash this. Now add new. After adding, select header. On which page? Entire page. User role or user. Then click on, come down here and click on just leave it as custom settings. Here no sidebar. Full width, leave that one also. Template, come to template and click on Elementor full width. Publish. After publishing, then edit with Elementor. Sorry, I made a mistake the other time. I did not click on edit with Elementor. Edit with Elementor. Header, edit with Elementor. So let's refresh this page first before we edit with Elementor. You can see that we don't have headers again. All the information there are lost. Why? Because I have activated new header footer information. So it is that headers that I will now need to go and design. It is the header that we need to design. By the time I design that, then my site will be looking like this. Like this one that we are seeing, like this header. It will be looking like this. Depending on your design, though, I'm not saying this is the way all the headers look like. You may decide to take this up or bring it down. So now, after it has shown you this, we all know this before. Click on add new. Then let's look at what we want to create as it is in our frame. Yes, I said the other time that I'm going to show us a frame of what we are creating. This is the frame of what we are creating. You can see this is the frame of what we are creating. Welcome to the bloggers, something like that. This is the frame. Everything here is post. But because of this training, I will also show us how to create this using Elementor Pro. You will not be able to design this with Elementor Free. That's why I leave it so that by the time we are talking about the training, you will understand the reason why I don't do that. So this is it. This one is just portfolio information and contact us that have been created the other time. That is how I want it to look like, and that's what I done in that place. That's what I done. Now this is what we want to create now. This one. So now let's come back here. This thing, come into our Elementor, add this. That's how it's looking like in our frame. You can see this is the header we want to create. This is our header. Then saying it has picture behind. Welcome to the bloggers, a blog for all, something like that. Now click on this. Under this content, full width, stretch. Back to this arrow, drag the heading inside. Or if you don't want to use that heading, just search for headings. you will see fancy heading. You can see we have heading, this one, gradient heading, because of the plugins we have installed. This FA main master add-on, this one is essential add-on. You can see under essential add-on is where you find this. This one is under master add-on. Let's use this and type it. Welcome to what? The bloggers. Welcome to the bloggers. H1 is the biggest, H2 is smallest to the, this is how it is small up to the smaller, slow as to the smallest. So to get what we are doing, firstly click on this edit section, come to style, background, select choose image and go and upload image. Go and upload image that you want to use. Try to upload the image. This is the image I want to use. I decided to use this time around, or let's use the one that we want to use before. Insert the image. Now after inserting the image, come to position and click on center. Attachment, click on fixed. Size, cover, repeat, no repeat. So after we have done that, click on this arrow again and come to advanced, untick. At the top give it 50 or 100, at the bottom 100. You can see that the image is beginning to show as the one we are seeing here. It's beginning to show as the one we are seeing here. Let's give this one 150. So this is welcome to. After that we have the bloggers. Come back here and click on heading. Any heading you want to use, just drag it. The bloggers, center it, come to style, color. Under this typographical, increase the size. Once you increase the size, so same thing under this typographical, we are still going to do some certain steps. But come to this advanced, untick this, and come to the top and click on 10, and in front of that 10 put -10. It's not up to it, put -20. It's not up to it, put -30. Sorry, under the margin rather, put -30 or -25, so that the margin will not be too much like this. So what next? We have what is it called? We have a blog for all that love information. Now come back and add this heading and put the information. A blog for all that love information. Center, you can do this and change this to 5 as you want. Come to style, come to color, white. Under typographical, leave it for that. Untick, this one will be 10 -15. So under this image, click on it, come to style, come to background overlay and click on this gradient, color. Try to include a background on this. Change this color to another color based on the color you are using. Let's use this. So This is how it will look like. But the heading is too wide. The height is too much. The height is too much. The heading should not be like this. It is too much. Come back to this edit section and go to advanced. Reduce this one to 100. Okay, so that it will look more good. Looking like is the image is not like the way it is in that place. You come back here. That is why you are a designer. You have to be doing the design to your taste. Come to position of the image, click on top center. Let's check. Click on bottom center. Let's check. So continue adjusting it like that to your taste. Now after that update, let's come back to this our site. Let's come back to this site here and refresh. Let's refresh this and see what it will show to us. You can see now that the page is there, but the menu is not yet there. We don't have the menu. So what do we do? Before you come here, we need to do something. Let's go back to our dashboard. I want to go back to the dashboard. That's where we are going to do setting for the menu. Now come here under menu and create your menu first before you can do any other settings. Make sure you create menu. Don't mind this, it's because I've created the menu there and I've deleted all the information. That's why it's showing the errors that it's showing. But make sure you create menu. We all know how to create menu now. So come back here and create the menu. Firstly, main menu, create it there and come here and include all the pages. Add pages. Come to category and include all the category. Select and include all. This portfolio, drag it down. This one should be here, this one should be here, like this, the way you want it to be. So this all, you don't want it in our menu. So blog, motivation, training, like that. So and this blog also, you can change the name from here. The navigation name will be home. But when you create it, it is blog. Don't worry, but the navigation will be home. Here, don't tick anything. Just leave it like this. Don't forget the name is our main menu. Save. After you have saved it, then come back to the page you are working on and reload. Let's reload the page and see what it will show to us.